I understand it's rage bait commenting, but I make a living doing content, so I'm going to go ahead and respond to it. I showed a picture of my 14-year-old son on his first day of high school a couple of days ago. He's in day number 3 now. And this person says, I see a great future Republican right there. Hopefully, little Tommy will be voting red down the ballot when he turns 18. I think his mom, Renee, is a Republican. Tom is the only left wing lunatic in that house. And he goes on to talk about how hopefully one day I wake up. My guy, you could not be further from the fucking truth. You could not be further from the fucking truth. My wife wakes up 3 to 4 times a week and basically looks at me and goes, is he still alive? My son? You obviously don't know my son. My son thinks that Donald Trump is a corrosive element on this country and frequently gets into political conversations and disagreements with classmates because he lives in an area that still has a predominant number of MAGA Republicans living in it. No, he is most definitely liberal. He's got a long way to go before he votes for the first time. But given the fact that my son has seen the kind of shit that happens because of the content that I do, and has people in his family, sister, niece, aunts, people of different walks of life that have been negatively and adversely affected by Republican policies and more specifically MAGA policies. I would be fucking stunned if he ever voted Republican. You got to keep in mind, he is 14 years old, and Donald Trump has been in politics for a decade. My son's entire political knowledge of the United States of America is of a country where Donald Trump has been a prominent figure and a corrosive element on the country. No, I am not the only left wing lunatic, as you like to call us. There isn't a person in this house that votes Republican or likes Republicans. That includes my daughter when she comes home from college. She just went back to college. She's probably the most liberal of anybody that lives in this house. My daughter in Indiana is burned the whole fucking system to the ground. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the government, burn it all down and start from fucking scratch. And my daughter Magnolia has seen enough and done enough, especially when she was a CNA on the COVID floor at the height of the pandemic, and she was holding the hands of patients that were the same age as her as they died without loved ones. I'll never forget that day when she came home and was floored, speechless, stunned. You know, she was 19, I think, and there was a guy who was 19. Family couldn't come in. He was dying from the disease, from the COVID. Sorry. And he looked at her and said, "Please don't leave. I don't want to die alone." She's seen enough. She's experienced enough. Thankfully, I have produced 0 Republicans. And since I'm done producing people, I don't think I'm going to produce a Republican in this lifetime. I mean, good luck to you trying to convince them otherwise. But no, I have produced 3 currently solid blue votes, with a 4th on its way. And of my 3 grandchildren, the 2 of which who do know what's going on in the world, because one's only 2 months old, I can assure you that neither one of them are Republican leaning as well. I know that your fantasy is to have children of liberal people turned into Republicans, but I think you're going to see more of the opposite happen as time goes on.